Kansas City Northland homeowners, if you've been serious about selling your place, let's talk absolute real numbers. No hype, no gimmicks, just the cold hard facts on what it's going to cost you to list, sell your home, and move on with zero surprises. So get a pen and paper or screenshot this because we're about to break it all down. If you're wondering, who the hell am I? I'm Big Mike. I'm a local Kansas City real estate agent specializing here in the Kansas City Northland area, and I got plenty of experience helping sellers just like you sell their homes, and I believe in complete transparency, and I try to give everything out at the very front. So this is why I made that video. So without further ado, let's dive on in. First on this list is the real estate commissions. Let's just knock out the most expensive part about selling your place. So the typical rate is anywhere from 5 to 7% here in the Kansas City Northland area, and some agents charge a little bit less and some agents charge a little bit more. And normally now, since the lawsuit has happened, I charge a one fee for selling your house, and then normally a buyer's agent will come in and request from the final list price with their contract in place. Now everything is negotiable. I usually just charge my fee, and then a buyer's agent will charge whatever they see fit, and then whatever their buyer has agreed to. Now normally it just comes out of seller's net proceeds, but ultimately the buyer pays for everything. So services just included on the real estate commissions is marketing the home, negotiations, hosting open houses, social media ads, professional photos, and actually much, much more. Some of the more valuable agents out there have some incredible negotiation tactics. Some agents will let you negotiate a slightly slower commission if you bundle services like buying your next home with them, but don't chase the absolute lowest rate if it means cutting corners on marketing. Spend a bit more to ensure you have someone who will hustle to get you absolute top dollar. And then ask for the agent track record. Ask potential agents how many Northland transactions they've closed in the last 6 to 12 months. What's their average list to sale price ratio, and how many days their listings typically stay on the market before someone offers on a contract. The difference between an agent who sells at like 98% list versus 92% list can be thousands of dollars out of your pocket. So you need to make sure an agent's good at hustling up. Now, value versus discount. A great agent might net you far more than you save by discounting commissions. If an agent invests in top tier videography or massive social media push and sells your home for $10,000 more than expected, you come out massively ahead. Realistically, the number one thing you should be asking agents are, how much value do you provide me? And realistically, a discount agent ain't gonna do shit for you anyway. So you may be saving a little bit of money, but only if they actually sell your house. Now, ultimately, if they cannot sell your house, guess what? You're not paying them anything and you don't succeed on what you're trying to accomplish. So I always say a good agent really is worth the money every single time. And if they make you way more money, then it's a win-win. Number 2 on this list is the closing costs and fees. So closing costs are just always up in the air. It's normally about 1% to 3% of the final sales price. And this is title company fees, title search, title insurance, escrow fees, the entity handling the money in the documents. And then you get prorated taxes and HOA fees, potential local transfer taxes, recording fees of official documents. And then the prorations, if your home is assessed at $2,400 a year in property taxes and you close mid-year, you'll owe roughly about $1,200 for the half year. Make sure you factor those into your net proceeds. Title insurance. This is usually required to protect the buyer and you from any legal disputes around property ownership. Costs vary, but expect anywhere from $500 to a couple $1,000s based on your sales price. Now, settlement statements. Insist on reviewing a draft settlement statement or CD closing disclosure early. Don't wait until the very last minute because mistakes happen all the time. We're dealing with people. People are not perfect. Be patient, and you don't want to be on one foot expecting an unexpected bill. Now, just shop around because you can often choose your own title company or closing company, which means you can compare fees. A small difference in the title fees, like $300 or $400, can still matter. Now, ultimately, I have my relationships that I've built businesses with. Now, they're all competitive here, what I deal with, but the service is top notch. You always show up, you sign your life away, everything is smooth, job's done, and it's the people I deal with all the time. So I try to make a one-stop shop for the people that work with me, but ultimately, you can work with whomever you see fit. Number 3 on this list is the pre-listing repairs and inspections. So common Northland issues is foundation cracks. Missouri's clay soil can shift over time, roofing where the hail or storms have caused damage, and then HVAC tune-ups, especially if the furnace or AC is older. Now, pre-listing inspections cost anywhere from $300 to $700 depending on your home size and features. I would absolutely suggest getting a pre-listing inspection just due to the fact there are 2 times a buyer will negotiate on price. That's 1 up front and then 2 during the inspection period. If you remove the second one from the inspection period, there's only 1 time a person could possibly negotiate. If somebody knows everything possibly wrong with your house, they're willing to be a lot more confident, making the offer a lot more higher value. Now, ROI of repairs. Fixing a $300 minor leak now could prevent a $3,000 repair request later. Address the small stuff. Loose doorknobs, leaky faucets, chipping paint to signal to buyers that your home is well maintained. And a fresh coat of light, neutral paint, $500 to $1,500, or updated lighting fixtures can dramatically improve your listing photos and first impressions. Now, if you skip pre-listing repairs, you might end up giving concessions like paying the buyer's closing costs or dropping the price once the inspections come back. Decide whether you want to handle the repairs up front or risk the bigger negotiations later, because they will come. Number 4 on this list, staging and marketing. My favorite and the best I'm at. So staging. Basic consultations cost about $100 to $300. And if you want a full service staging, it's anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, depending on the size and whether furniture rentals are needed. So marketing is professional photography, anywhere from $150 to $400. Videography, drone footage is anywhere from $300 to $700. Premium listing ads, Facebook, Instagram, Google, anywhere from $300 to $500. Now, I provide this all for free for my clients, specifically the marketing. Now, staging, I can do simple things, but if you have a 7,000 square foot house and you need it completely staged, unfortunately, I cannot afford that. So that's kind of on you. So just let you know. Now, the psychology of staging, if you're like, man, Mike, I don't think I need a stage. My house is good enough. Staged homes sell faster and for more because buyers can visualize living there. Even partially staging a few key rooms like the living room, kitchen, master bedroom can create the wow factor. Now, if you have an eye for design, you can do partial DIY staging, declutter, rearrange furniture, add fresh plants, etc. If you're not sure like me, hire a stager for a consultation at least. Now, the National Association of Realtors has repeatedly found staging homes can sell for 5 to 10% above similar unstaged homes on a $300,000 home. That could be a $15,000 to $30,000 in additional revenue. And then in an online first world, providing a tour of some sort could be an absolute game changer, especially for buyers relocating to the Northland from out of state. Video tours, I know I have my investor clients and out of state clients, they always are requesting video tours. I would strongly suggest getting a minimum of a video tour out there. Number 5 on this list is carrying costs. Mortgage, utilities, insurance. Every single month you keep your house, you get mortgage principal plus interest plus property tax plus homeowners insurance, and all your utilities stay on. Plus your average days on market here in the Northland, well-priced homes can go anywhere in about 20 to 30 days, but can change with the season. So if your monthly carrying cost is $1,500 and you end up on the market an extra 2 months, that's an extra $3,000 out of your pocket. Strategizing your list price and marketing to sell the property can put real money back in your pocket. So remember that. In spring and early summer, you'll typically get more buyer traffic, which might lead to a quicker sale. Consider that if you're flexible on timing. And now, if you're close to paying off your home or have minimal mortgage, you have a bit more breathing room, but don't get overconfident. Overpricing can still lead to a longer market time and wasted dollars out of your pocket. Now, if you're like me and you're like, man, I am done moving for a living. So number 6 on this list is moving in transition costs. So the local move here within the Northlands, anywhere from $500 to $200, depending on how big your move is and how much you do it yourself. Now, if you have a cross-country move, this can be anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 if you're heading out of state. And once again, just depends on how much stuff you have. Now, worst case scenario, paying 2 mortgages if your new home closes before your old one sells, that may be putting a damper on some things. Now, if there is a gap between closings, you might need a storage unit for some of your stuff. A basic 10 by 10 unit can cost around $50 to $150 a month, depending on climate control and location. Now, even the little things, boxes, tape, bubble wrap can add up to $100 for a sizable home, so factor it in. Schedule your move for a weekday if possible. Some companies offer discounts. Also, plan your closing timeline so you're not stuck in limbo. If your new construction isn't done yet or haven't found the perfect next home, you might need a short-term rental in the Northland. Expect $1,000 to $2,000 a month depending on location, amenities, and I would even say your type of lifestyle. It may push $3,000 to $4,000 if you cannot find the right place. Number 7 on this list is taxes and capital gains. So capital gain exclusion up to $250,000 for single or $500,000 for married if you've lived in the home 2 out of the last 5 years. Missouri doesn't have specific real estate or transfer tax at the state level, but be mindful of local taxes. Now, if you're flipping or haven't met the 2-year residency requirement, you could pay 15 to 20% more on the profit of the capital gains, and that's a big chunk of change. So a quick conversation with a local CPA can help you get figured out if you qualify for special exclusions or if certain costs like improvements can be deducted by your taxable gain. Sometimes people forget about state or local taxes. If they own a second property, make sure you're transparent with your agent so they can plan accordingly on what you have going on. Now, number 8 on this list is the importance of a net sheet. I always do it with every one of my clients. What is this? It's a line-by-line breakdown of all the costs and expected sales price to show you estimated net proceeds. Your real estate agent or title company can create one for you, but a simple calculation. For a $300,000 home, your net sheet might look list price $300, agent commission, let's just make up a number, about 6%. That's $18,000. Closing costs of about 1.5% is $4,500. Pre-listing repairs is $2,000. Staging and marketing is $1,500. Carrying costs 1 month is $1,500. Moving and storage $1,200. Estimated net in your pocket is $271,300. These are completely made up numbers. Do not hold me to it, but it gives you a rough idea as far as, okay, so this is how much money it's going to cost me to sell my house. So market conditions change, negotiations happen, and repairs pop up. So update your net sheet after every major cost or negotiation so you have a solid, fresh snapshot of your likely proceeds. Kansas City Northland, we just dove deep into every cost you need to think about when selling your home. Commissions, closing fees, repairs, staging, carrying costs, moving expenses, taxes, net sheets, everything. This is the kind of info that helps you do it right the first time. No second guessing, no scrambling when surprise fees hit you at closing. Remember, knowledge is leverage. When you understand exactly where the money is going, you can take control, invest in the right fixes, stage your home to stand out, and time your move so you're not double paying mortgages. That's the difference between losing money in a messy sale versus maximizing your profit with a smart strategy. If you want even more details or you want a free net sheet breakdown, reach out to me directly. My goal is to help you crush it in the Northland market, whether you're in Liberty, Gladstone, Parkville, or anywhere else up here. Let's get you top dollar so you save stress along the way. Once again, I'm bigmikesellskc. Find me on Google, find me on Instagram, find me anywhere. I'd love to connect with you and your family about what you got going on. But as for me, I'm done chatting. Peace.